What's up, guys? Brian with HappyThumbsGaming here, and we are back with Lego Indiana Jones. This is Temple of Doom, Chapter 2, Pankot's Secret Story. For once, we might hit that true adventurer. You'll have to stick around and see. We also get a couple of achievements, one called I Hate These Guys for taking out 200 bad guys total, and also one called I Had Bugs for Lunch, which is for just simply completing the level. Speaking of the level, we'll go ahead and jump right into the story, and as soon as we get through our first cutscene, we'll go ahead and get to the action. All right. We finally got control of our characters, and we've got some pachyderms. Watch out, though, as there is a mini kit in the far right corner. Now, I only say watch out because it'll be easier if you save all of those for when we come back for the free play. Now, as we smash through a few boxes, we actually revealed a shovel that was sitting there and a few spiders. And we've got some issues here. Obviously, Indy is pretty terrified of snakes, so we'll go ahead and take all these guys out with short round. And we also got a fear of spiders that old Willie has. So definitely short round is the, I guess, the eradicator here, because he's going to go and take all of those bad guys out for, well, Indy and Willie. Now, we're going to go ahead and use the elephants to get through these deep tar pits. As you might have noticed, you can't walk through those with your minifigs. You guys will plummet or sink to your doom. So we'll go ahead and use the elephant to get to the right side, and he can actually pick up that box, which makes things oh so nice. Now, we need another box to slap down on that base plate there, and it's actually going to be found over on the left-hand side here. You can see there's a jump point there for old Willie to jump on, and we can use those handrails to get all the way to the far left side. Assemble the old hand, I guess it's a handle. We'll go ahead and pull on it, and once we do it, it lifts up this board, giving us safe passage across this big old spot of snakes, which nobody's a fan of, not even me. We'll go ahead and carry the box, though, slam it down on the base plate, build it up into an indie pad where we can go ahead and switch over and whip it good. We'll go ahead and rip the bridge down, which gives us a little more access to this level. You can see old Pachydermis is out of here. We'll go ahead and be careful not to fall in there. Those crocodiles are waiting to get their chomp on. Now, we get up here, we've got a whole bunch going on. Now, on the right side, we've got a bunch of spiders, so we'll take out this army real quick. That way, we can go ahead and move around freely with Willie. That's right, free Willie. That was unintended, but it worked out all right. Now, basically, we got to get over to the right-hand side and use the shovel. Now, hopefully, short round still has it. If not, you might have to backtrack and go find one. Or use Indy to jump across right here and grab the shovel that happens to be chilling right there. Now, I got ahead of myself. I actually really want to grab that key and then use either an elephant or Indy to get across and lift up the old spot here. You can see they should follow us. Now, I'm all sorts of out of whack here playing musical characters. One thing about this game that really grinds my gears, I haven't quite gotten used to yet, is that to get into a vehicle or mount an animal, you actually have to press the Y button. Normally, you would press Y to dismount or get out, but no, you have to hit the X button to jump off of it, and I am having a heck of a time remembering that. So, all right, we've got that door open. Before advancing, we're going to want to use Indy on the far left side to go ahead and grab a banana. That's right, we like some bananas. We'll go ahead and grab one and take it up a little further. As you might notice, there is a monkey up on the high left ledge, and he happens to have the next key. So we'll go ahead and target him carefully with those blue arrows around. If you get it right, he'll turf that key down. We can go ahead and advance and spin it in here to win it there. All right, so we'll go ahead and lift up another. Who makes these spiked logs anyways? Like, seriously, it's pretty crazy. We'll go ahead and get through here. We got a couple of snakes. We'll take them out with Willie and then reveal a spider, which is going to need the help of old Short Round. I'm going to hop on an elephant, though, and just get my serpentine, little zigzag going back and forth up this hill here, taking out all of the snakes along the way. Now, up here, this is pretty smart. I got to give these elephants credit. They are in the know, because once we get up top here, we actually hop off, and there's 3 switches on the right we need to stand on. As soon as we stand on one, our AI goes ahead and jumps on the other 2. But look at those elephants. They hop on the big guy on the left, which actually gives us access to get inside. And speaking of which, cutscene!
Hey!
All right, so after a nice meal and attempting some rest, we get attacked by a bunch of characters who we believe to be thuggies. Now, I've been tracking along, watching the movies again as I go through and play these, and you know, TT did an amazing job drawing life to these guys, but also keeping it sort of clean, because there's some pretty dark moments in both the first and the second movie. So it's pretty nice to see them kind of shine some light, but still have fun with it, but also be very accurate with it. So I'm just doing a little rearranging here, collecting some studdage. To be honest with you, you need to grab Indy and go to the far right side of the room. Once you do that, you can actually whip it good, and it actually rings a bell. That bell is going to bring on some more bad guys. We take those guys out, and of course, the story goes on. However, I wanted to, you know me, got to get them all. We've actually been a little short on studs lately, so I wanted to make sure that we stacked up a bunch, because at some point soon, we're going to have to buy ourselves a red brick, and y'all know it ain't going to be cheap. But that's what we were looking for. We were looking for the key. So we go ahead and rang the bell. It brought on some more bad guys, but it also gave us that key. And we'll go ahead and place it in there and spin to win, which will go ahead and reveal a lever there. Booyakasha! All right, now that it's open, we'll go ahead and advance through the doorway and keep on with the keeping on. So as we advance down these next couple of hallways, if memory serves me correct, we should be getting pretty close to that 200th bad guy. Oh, look at that! Booyakasha! Achievement unlocked! I hate these guys! Which is pretty accurate. There's a lot of them. They never give up, and they continue. Look at this. They just keep on dropping, and we keep on popping. Well, all right, we'll go ahead and keep on moving so we don't have to fight those guys or listen to me sing anymore, because I know my singing is not for everybody. In fact, I actually had a comment earlier today. It told me I should not talk during my videos. I should just be silent. And then they went ahead and told me they used the mute button as if that were to offend me. And I actually congratulated them. I said, wow, you guys are pretty smart. You found the mute button and were actually able to follow along without my nasally drone, which is good, because I know it ain't for everybody. We have some fun with it. I like explaining and talking about what we're doing, but sometimes I do get a little carried away, or, I don't know, go on and on and on. All right, hey, we got to the end of the hallway. We're going to go ahead and push this tree back on the checkerboard path, which is going to reveal, a little puzzle there. But we need that book in order to decrypt the hieroglyphics. So I got a little cabinet happy here, and I almost popped open a mini kit. Really, what I was looking for is in the next room. We pop open one, and it gives us, but I was ahead of myself here, so my bad on that. But what we need to do is use Willie and her high-pitched squeal to go ahead and reveal a book that we can use in the next room to go ahead and figure out what those hieroglyphics are. Now, basically, it's just like a Hermione puzzle, or we've seen these in other games before. It's essentially just a memory game. So we'll go ahead and step up into the light there. It'll give us 4 spots. We'll go ahead and mark those off. Booyakasha. Look at that. Ha ha ha. Open sesame. We'll go ahead and sneak in there. And now in the next room, remember I was talking about this room, we're going to go ahead and pop these cabinets open, because there is something of need in there. And it ain't just studs, or maybe it is. We'll have to wait and see. All right, we'll go ahead and take out the bad guys, pop it open, and wait, what's it got? Some skellies! Not the dancing skellies, though, so unfortunately not as cool as we were hoping for them. All right, we'll go ahead and use Indy to slide this bed down the checkerboard path to the far right. We can double jump and yeet ourselves over and then use the old whip to get across and flip the lever, which is going to give us a couple of bricks. Those bricks are going to be built into a lever, or I guess a handle. We'll go ahead and collect those studs because you got to get them all. Got to get them all. Go ahead and pull it out. That's right. And we'll open another door and we'll slide into the newly found secret passageway. Now we're going to avoid that mini kit on the right again, just so that we can make sure we get all 10 of those kits in the free play video for this level, which will be coming as soon as we finish up the entire story. All right, keep on with the keeping on until you get into this new area where you have to go to the right, flip the lever, go up the ladder, and go ahead and use Indy to whip across. And once we get over there, there's some shenanigans that happen here in a minute. AI, or I guess a not-so-I. So you got 2 of these ropes, or vines, that need to be pulled down. I got Indy on one of them. We're going to go ahead and use Willie to build up this little spot for a short round to go through. Once he goes through, he'll pop up on the high right, and he should be hanging from the right vine after we make him jump out and grab onto it. And once he does that, now Indy should be still hanging out on that other vine, which should then bring the lower section to allow Willie to join us, because there's a couple of handhelds that if you got super jump, it should work. Now watch this, though. I switch on over to... Well, I go up in, and I'm like, wait a minute, where is everybody? I need Indy to go ahead and whip across. But Indy is taking off, and he's like double backing. I don't know what he was doing. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to go ahead and keep on with the... I didn't realize you needed the high jump to get... So I have to go back. So go ahead and throw in some sad tunes there. We'll go back up. Basically, just do what we just did. Whip it good. Get over here. Use the vine. And in the next room, we can go ahead and whip across one more time. The goal here is going to be to go ahead and grab one of those torches on the back wall, because the spiders are actually pretty scared of bright lights. So we'll go ahead and, well, I guess I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. We'll go ahead and whip this down. That just gives us some studs. For some reason, I lost my torch, or at least I thought I did, so I grab another one. And here's some more shenanigans. We get all the way across here, and Short Round and Indy jump up, but no such luck for old Willie. So I got to go back one more time. And this time, though, Short Round gets... I swear, why I oughta. All right, we'll go ahead and get lucky this time. We all make it. Woo to the who. We all get a switch. Stand on it, and we are out of here. Well, almost. We go down into the right. Smash a few things along the way. Grab the bluesy. And we sneak into a room, which, oh no, it's a familiar scene for old Harrison Ford. You know, I was the wife and I were talking about this during the rewatching of the movie. It's kind of like, wait a minute. Is there any other character out there, actor, that has had movies more or less back to back where you find yourself in this trash compactor type scenario where the ceiling or the sides are, right? Like, come on. And then I started thinking about, wait a minute, George Lucas was responsible for both of those. Kind of funny, huh? Maybe a little Easter egg or homage. Go ahead and build it up, and booyakashow, we are out of here. All right. We got that I had bugs for lunch achievement for completing the level, and free play is unlocked. We got Willie in her dress, so a new variant of the character. And look at that, we got our first true adventurer. The crowd goes wild. No, I'm just kidding. Really, it was pretty easy. We could have done that earlier. But I figured it was time that we start collecting a little bit more because we are just about halfway through the story. and we do not even have close to 500,000 studs yet. So anyways, hopefully you guys found this video a little bit entertaining, maybe a wee bit helpful. It's been an absolute blast for me. I can't wait to get through the rest of these and then get to those mini kits. Hey guys, that's gonna wrap it up though for Lego Indiana Jones Temple of Doom Chapter 2 Pankot's Secret Story. Don't forget to click that like button if you enjoyed what you saw here, and of course for me that's gonna do it. As always, until next time.